Hi there, I'm Aarti Saxena. Last week we discussed how a sense of enthusiasm keeps us raring to go for different things in life and keeps us alive. Enthusiasm, complemented with skills, works wonders in delivering our commitments. But what's the cherry on the cake and what sets us apart? It is, I believe, the quality of being reliable. And reliability is what we will talk about today. In as recent as April 2020, I was in the middle of multiple assignments at my workplace. Due to another raging priority assignment in that week, I had to hive off a regular weekly activity which I reported to directly to the CEO in that organization. We were the only two people in that organization who knew how that weekly activity had to be carried out and further reported to our global office. Much as I wanted to do this piece of work, I really couldn't contribute due to the lack of time in that week and hoped that the CEO wouldn't face any hurdles in doing so himself. So I got into reverse delegation mode and sent off a polite message to the CEO requesting him to take over for that week's deliverable. While doing so, I informed him about exactly how the information of the past week was structured and what modifications were needed to it in the current week to update the Excel spreadsheet and accomplish the task. I also assured him that this week's task was seemingly easy to accomplish on his side as I had already gathered all the data required for the output. All that he needed to do was put it all together in a certain manner and send it off to the global office. I was flattered by the response I received from the CEO on a WhatsApp message, which I quote: "Not a problem, Aarti. Always easy to rely on you." Imagine how settled I must have felt at that time when the CEO not only humbly took the work upon himself, he also made it a point to compliment me on my reliability. I knew at that moment that he could count on me for support in any situation and knew that I could deliver. I emerged from that instance with greater clarity about my professional ability, which is simply I walk the talk. And I am considered dependable among the teams I work with. After all, what does being reliable mean? Well, the dictionary meaning of reliable is consistent, consistently good in quality of performance and be able to be trusted. When it comes to the workplace or even at home, continuing to make efforts to deliver consistently ups the ante on trust and others' confidence in us. Being reliable makes us approachable, trustworthy, responsible, the go to person, and the firefighter in most situations. So, being reliable is a highly versatile quality to have. Some examples of upping the ante on being reliable would include not to miss deadlines. If you do predict missing deadlines, inform the receiver in advance. Don't casually commit to lunches and dinners and ensure that you follow up on your promises. Call the person whom you said, "I'll call you back later today." And work extra in the office if you have to sincerely finish the task at hand and not sit there just to impress the boss. So you see, there are several instances to demonstrate how reliable you are. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here are three tips which have helped me hone the reliability quotient, and I hope that they do it for you as well. Number one, do not overcommit. Check your schedule before you promise your availability for any activity. Number two, be clear about the promises you make. That is, be clear on what you will deliver and by when. And number three, do not leave your teams in the lurch, especially when they need your contribution the most. Do remember that reliability is the foundation of trust and effective relationships. And in crucial situation, it turns the lens on us to prove how much we can be counted upon. Lastly, the Chinese philosopher Confucius had quoted, "A man who lacks reliability is utterly useless." So, are you the one to walk the talk? and be considered reliable. Thank you for your time, folks, and see you next week on another episode with Aarti. Bye bye.